watching the
3.
weekend Super Bowl show. He don't got that. Boom.
All right, everybody. If you ain't never been to this show before, welcome to the show. This is the Hennything Goes show, where anything goes. We listen and we don't judge in here the best we can. All right. So you come in here, you drink on your drinkity drink, you smoke whatever you got to smoke, and you have a good time. Okay. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty of topics. I am dropping hardcore topics on everybody's head. We're going to get down and deep. So if you ain't here to think deep, you better get out because we here to go down and deep. We get nitty gritty. This is our third episode. Out of season 1, there's going to be 10 episodes. Yep, episode 3. We've already had 2 already posted so far. They're on YouTube at Hennything Go Show on YouTube, or you're going to look at Advanced Global Events on Twitch. It's live stream at all times. All right. So tonight's topic is going to be drama and jealousy. Now, every week on Wednesday at 9 p.m. we'll be doing a show. I'll let the crowd after every show pick the topic for the next show. The lady who picked the topic for last week's show is not here today to be my special guest to go over this topic, but it's okay because guess what? I'm sure everybody's had some drama and jealousy in their life, so we're going to get down to it, all right? So, with these microphones on each side, y'all can walk up. Y'all could tell us a little about what you got going on, and or you could tell us how you guys combat these issues in life. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get down in it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go into the psychological profile of drama and jealousy and people and the issues and all types of shit. So, y'all get ready, kick your feet up, and let's talk about it, all right? Now, I do like a lot of crowd participation with this, so feel free to say what you're going to say. Ain't nobody here judging you. We all got some shit that's going on. It's fucked up. But let's get down in it. All right. First, I like to say drama is just, it's, there's always going to be drama in life. We all got to deal with it, but we just got to figure out how are we going to go about dealing with this? How do we each handle drama and jealousy? Jealousy is another one. Jealousy and drama kind of go hand in hand with each other because without jealousy, there really ain't drama. Without drama, there really ain't jealousy. They kind of play hand in hand because if there ain't a jealous bitch, there ain't gonna be no drama. You feel me?
Yeah, they definitely can.
Let's dig into it. What do y'all think about drama and how drama affects us in our everyday lives?
I feel like
and make sure to give each other turns at the microphones too. All right, Beef, go ahead.
Speak, of course. I was gonna say I feel like a lot of drama is not only connected to jealousy, but a lot of drama is connected to lies. And it'd be like surprising me, or it's just wild how people lie and they tell half truths, or they paint a picture or paint a narrative. And that's to make themselves look good, or to get clout, or to get views, or just to kind of get eyes, or get publicity on what they're trying to talk about or what they're trying to say. Like it just be crazy. I seen it was a Facebook video the other day, and it was similar to what they be doing in the metaverse, where they he posted a portion of a message that wasn't the entirety of the message, and so it was completely off leading, completely misleading, and and it's just like people do that a lot just to stir up drama and to kind of make what they want to be heard or said be the
paint
truth.
The narrative. What you think about that, Boss T?
I honestly, I totally fucking agree, because a lot of this drama do come from painted narratives, but I ain't gonna say all lies, but I do feel like a lot of motherfuckers scratch the truth. They take pieces out and they add what they want to add, and once it go out, especially when we talking about the metaverse, once it go out, motherfuckers looking at what they looking at, and it's not always what the situation is. So that leaves more drama. Because now you got motherfuckers picking sides.
I definitely
on some shit that don't nobody know shit about.
Don't nobody know nothing about.
Nobody knows.
And they don't know the depth of stuff either.
Exactly.
Yep. The depth really be the big part. Yep.
That's why I
Rhino?
got Achilles hoes.
Damn, that got dark quick. Okay,
Real
so
though.
what kind of? First, I want to open up by saying thank you for having me. And secondly, I want to ask what kind of drama and jealousy are we talking? Because from where I'm from, there's multiple forms of drama and jealousy.
All forms. We coming at it
Yeah, I was
sideways.
about to say all that shit. All that.
Okay, so do we have time for me to open up with what I'm
course.
going on? Okay, so today, me and my fiance
I just gotta
are.
ask real quick. Do I have your permission? This is gonna be you already gave your permission when you stepped up to the mic. But do I have your permission? This is gonna be on YouTube. So make sure whatever
Yeah,
you
I
say, you're
trust
okay
you.
with it being on YouTube. All right, there we go.
Yeah. So, anyways, today my fiance had called me, and as you know, we're still trying to figure out how we're getting her where I'm at to my location because we've been long distance for a while, but that's okay. Different story, different time. But she calls me and says, "Hey, I'm gonna be coming down there at this time, but there's a catch. I'm bringing a couple of my family members with me." And I'm like, okay, so that delays her coming down here, completely for good, even more. But her aunt is completely psychotic and is a bitch.
Don't
And
do that.
Oh man.
well, no, listen to this. Listen to this. No matter what she thinks about me and my fiance being in a relationship and us moving in together, she likes to say all kinds of random ass bullshit and cause drama. And my fiance's mom's the same way, but it's not as bad.
Oh, okay.
Don't say
So
that.
when I went to go see my fiance for the first time, like to meet her family for the first time, is what I meant. And one night we was having dinner. We had spaghetti tacos for dinner. So we all went over to her grandmother's house to go eat dinner. Her aunt shows up and her lesbian cousin shows up, and not important, but still. Then her aunt is going off saying, "Well, why are you here? What are you going to do, at this time? What's your intentions with this? And why do you think?" I mean, she's just asking me all kinds of stupid questions and dogging me left and right. And my fiance cussed her the fuck out.
Good.
And I
Mhm.
just was like, okay, I'm going to get my plate and I'm going to go across the street and I'm going to talk to my wife and we're going to watch a movie.
Does your wife
Sounds like
does
you
your
in a lot of
wife
drama.
or your fiance entertain a lot of their drama, or does she more keep them out of everything?
She tries to
y'all
keep them
relationship,
out of
of
it,
what she
but
out of her decisions?
her family wants to stir up a lot of things.
Mhm.
So I told her, I'm fine with your mom and your grandmother coming down here, but I don't want your aunt in my house, especially if I'm
Mhm.
paying over $900 a month
Oh yeah.
for the both of
Mhm.
us. I don't want
So
your
that
aunt
was
in my house.
that was the three people coming: her aunt, her grandma, and her mom.
Where you living for
Yeah.
$900 a month?
Mm.
Wow. Okay.
I said,
Wow.
Shit.
I forbid her from
Yeah, where are
coming.
you living for $9 a month?
Yeah.
Where you from?
Where I'm from? I'm from Mizzou, Mizzou, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
My shit
these are new
24.50.
apartments that, these are newer apartments that just opened up, so I know that they're gonna be awesome, and I already know some people that already live there, so it makes me feel more comfortable living in an area that all by myself to where I know people, if that makes sense. I don't
So I have
want
a
to feel
question for
uncomfortable
you.
moving out. Yeah.
How do you go about avoiding drama in your everyday life?
That's a redirect.
How do I go about it? Avoiding it?
Avoiding drama in your everyday life.
Avoiding it. That's a good question. Avoiding drama, I kind of, there's drama at work all the time, so I kind of just bite my tongue and don't say anything, even though it fills my bottle up of rage on the inside to where I want to just snap somebody's head off and just, because that's how it be. I mean, you understand that's how work is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to
But,
answer that
like-
question.
Yeah.
I don't avoid drama. I
Ooh!
welcome the shit.
I try to stay away
I'm
from it the
always looking
most
for
I
a
can.
reason to turn up.
Me too.
But there's
Let-
always something, that like
Yep.
even if it's a teeny tiny bit, like if someone says something that that comes across the wrong way, it could piss you off and then it just shuts everything down. Like for an
Boss T
example,
standing on
one of my
business every
managers,
time.
Justin, who I work with, he said he cut my hours at work because I space out and I get distracted easily. Now I've got epilepsy, right? And then I've got ADHD. I can't control those things.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact he looked me in the eyes and said that he cut my hours because of those things is discrimination. And he's still got a manager's position. He's cut everybody else's hours for his own fucking damn reasons. And I talked to my general manager and he said he'd get it fixed. It's been 3-4 weeks now and nothing's been fixed.
Are we off?
Wow.
Drama.
Yeah. How would
But
you
no,
have
I'm
handled
with you
that,
though,
boss
Rhino.
T?
I'm gonna keep it
Well,
honest
I went
with you.
to
I ain't worked in
HR
20
about it.
years,
That's the
so
thing. I
wouldn't
went to
handle
the store owner.
it. Told
too.
you I
No.
suck dick. I suck good dick. I don't work.
Oh.
Oh.
I never work.
Well,
Oh, wow.
You ain't got to
Okay.
deal with that type of drama.
Never. Not from no job. People telling the only person I got to worry about telling me what the fuck they want is my husband and the fuck.
Hey, there you go. I applaud that.
No, I'm with you right there on with you right now because I try to avoid drama too because I will
I don't
snap.
avoid it though.
I will snap. I end up in prison, so I know I can't ever go.
And
there.
I have ended
see,
up in
if I
prison, but
snap,
they
I'm
let
gonna
me
get my
out.
white ass fired,
See,
and
ain't
I
gotta
don't.
go back.
I can't get fired right now. I can't get
Have-
fired. I got bills I got
Have
to
you
pay.
guys dealt with a lot of jealousy? Has anybody in here or in the crowd? If you
I'm
guys
dealing
can
with
say-
jealousy right now.
Okay, you dealing with jealousy right now?
Yes, I
Who you
am,
got
and
in the back
I'm
there?
literally
I'm
trying to decipher: am I the one jealous or is this bitch jealous? I'm still trying to figure it the fuck out because honestly, I don't know what the fuck going on no more.
What you mean?
I'm
How you don't know if you the one
confused.
jealous or if she the one?
Because every time bitches come in my space, I blow up.
jealous?
So it makes me look crazy.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't know if
so I
I'm the
have a
one. Like
question
maybe
for
because
you. So
I can't.
you say didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, you good, baby.
So like you're saying, if there's another female, right, that's around you, you start biting her head off. Is that did I hear that correct?
Yeah, yeah. If the wrong bitch around me, yeah, I bite that shit smack off.
But
and
if
I
it's
spit it out the
but
window.
if it's like if it's like someone you know, right? If it's someone you know, are you the same way? Are you gonna bite her head off too, or is it just a random person?
See, when I love you and I respect you, it's different.
See, I don't think that's jealousy. I think that
Yeah, I agree.
it's another feeling. I think it's like if they don't respect me, why the hell should I respect you?
That part. Yeah, what he said. So maybe I don't know then, but I do feel like I'm dealing with jealousy right now. And I don't think it's
jealousy.
something that
think
I
it's completely
personally
normal.
did or they personally did. I just think it's I feel like it's a common denominator.
envy. That's what
and
it is.
until
It's envy.
motherfuckers pay attention to the denominator, shit not gonna be cool.
Right.
I don't think it's
Tika, did you
jealousy.
have
I
a
think it's
second- You
envy.
had something to second that, Tika?
Come on, Tika, baby. Come over here and share this mic with me, mamas.
Yeah,
What
and
do you
I'm gonna
think?
have you
Step up.
Ray on the other mic. If you want to second any of that.
Oh,
I had two things to say. One was about the drama. I feel like when you kind of take an objective sort of way, you kind of avoid drama. I don't have any drama, not in metaverse, and not in real life. I honestly don't. And I avoid drama. If I even
Not at
think
work
there
either.
might be a little bit, not at work neither.
That's blessings.
See, so
But how do you avoid it?
I mind my business. When I'm
And then,
asking
like you said,
opinion,
objective.
I give an objective opinion. I'm gonna give my I can give you my opinion without sounding like I'm talking about the next person or agreeing with you. That comes
You might
because
need to
I'm a
teach me that on the back
no,
end, baby.
because I'm a teacher, and like when we write observations, we have to do it objectively. We to children and objectively, so it kind of just comes with. I can kind of talk to somebody without sounding like I'm talking about the next person or even agreeing with that person what they're saying. And also about jealousy, I feel like a lot of jealousy comes from people bragging and showing off what they have and what they're doing. If you always bragging that your man takes you on trips to Dubai and Paris, and other people aren't getting that, they might get jealous. I won't be jealous because honestly, I really wouldn't care what anybody else is doing, because if I ain't doing it, then it don't matter to me. That's the way I am. But some people might get jealous because or you say, like Boss T, she suck a good dick, so she don't have to work
Yeah,
at 20.
I do.
Well, you know, she people might get jealous because I suck a good dick and I still gotta work, so I'm jealous of her. Like, sometimes you just do things like that. You get
Don't
jealous.
be. That shit come with control. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That
There's
shit come
pros
with
and cons to
control.
everything.
Yeah, it is most definitely. That shit come with control.
Mm-hmm.
You see a bitch rebelling, right? Don't control me. You can't control me.
Oh,
No, I can definitely see that. How if people are like bragging
clock
about
that
what they
too.
have or the things that
Clock
they do,
it.
like people can be jealous. But it shouldn't even matter how much you bragging or how much, especially if the person your friend. Like you should be wanting to see your friends win. You should
We
be wanting
need
to see
more
your
of that
friends
in
have
women,
good
especially.
stuff in their life.
But
See each
I
other
think
win.
there's
Definitely in women.
there's
Right.
an element here that we have to. There are a couple of dynamics that we got to look at. First off, drama is often created by poor perspective or perception. How you see a thing will control how you respond to it, and how you see a thing can often trigger how you feel about it, which may or may not produce a very negative emotion. Jealousy is really an insecurity, and jealousy is a sickness. And the reason I say that is this: when you become jealous of another individual, you say to yourself that individual either has the ability to obtain something that you don't feel like you can, or they have a particular value in which you don't see your value being the same and or greater. And so in order to avoid both, you have to check yourself. One, when drama arises, one coping mechanism is remove anything and anyone who provides a disturbance to your peace, because you don't necessarily need people who disrupt your peace, but you have to value your peace enough to know that you're the custodian of your peace. You and you alone are responsible for your peace, and anyone who comes and disrupts it and you allow it, then drama
That's what you
is
need to
because
be
you
removed.
need validation from them. You either need them or you value what the presence of what they have to say. As it relates to jealousy, jealousy is really the root of its insecurity. I have to feel some kind of way about what it is you're doing, what it is you have, and my inability to obtain it. And so I attach a negative emotion to it based on diminishing my own self.
Good stuff.
Damn.
I got a question
That
though.
was smart.
Is drama and beef synonymous sometimes though?
No.
Drama and not always. Drama and beef is when you have an issue or a conflict. Here's the thing. Conflict will arise. That's just life. We're all going to have conflict. Conflict is another word, a synonym for beef. How we deal with conflict and our ability to resolve conflict and have conflict management speaks to our level of maturity, and it also speaks to our level of value. In other words, what do I have to lose, and does the person I'm beefing with have equally or greater to lose? And so it forces me to examine whether or not I'm going to engage this beef, because if what I have to lose is greater, then this is not a formidable foe. When you have more to lose, you have to pick battles, and you're more strategic in the battle.
Yeah.
Facts, baby.
Yeah. That's facts.
Facts.
That's facts. Well
Facts.
said.
That's just my 2
Well
cents.
answered.
That was
All
great.
right,
Yeah.
I
That
want
was
to chime in
amazing.
here.
Have you dealt with a lot of drama and
Come on up
conflict
here,
in your
baby. You
life,
could come
Ray?
right here to this mic.
I have
Okay,
dealt
you
with
finished with that?
conflicts. I've
Niggas,
dealt with
No,
some
you.
girl,
drama.
I'm just saying it right here. You know I don't be moving. I
Um,
be putting these controllers down.
and I'll be honest with you, I've dealt with a lot of conflict because I think conflict is what makes you great. Your ability to navigate life and be able to navigate and master conflict resolution speaks to success.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, the richest people in the world have found out a way to create a product and or service that answers a need. So there's a conflict, there's an issue, there's a need, and I have to figure out a way to fill it, which makes me create a product and or service that I can now market and monetize, and that allows me to succeed in being able to be an aid to others. That being said, have I dealt with conflict? Absolutely. Do I welcome conflict? Yes, because conflict gives me an opportunity to produce a greater level of substance, both for myself and the environment in which I dwell.
Yeah, you can grow and you can learn from it, right?
Absolutely.
You know,
Mhm.
and the reason I asked the question I asked is because I feel like a lot of drama stems from beef, and a lot of jealousy can stem from and or lead to beef, which could be someone disliking someone else, and so they might do something against that person, and then that person retaliates, right? Because that other person has just wronged them. And so I mean, is important to point out, like you said, is what you're gaining, what I'm saying, worth it, at the end of the day. But then you got people that absolutely are passionate about justice, or passionate about my woman always say, being a bully to the bullies,
Mhm.
passionate about just kind of being that person that's not allowing whoever it is, regardless if it's something that could hurt them or hinder them, but whoever it is, you could be passionate about not letting that person, saying, rise, that person have any type of any type of a voice or anything like that.
But you got to think about something. If you don't like another person because someone else doesn't like them, that's a new kind of stupid. And the reason being, my experience with you may be different than someone else's experience with you. And I'm going to judge you on the
Facts.
merit of my experience. Why would I take on a battle that I didn't even earn?
Mm-hmm.
So
Ooh.
because someone else doesn't like you, I'm going to not like you, but you could be beneficial to me. And maybe there was a personality difference, a personality conflict, but my inability to navigate independently and getting to know you based on someone else's perspective speaks to my ignorance.
It's a lot of that. And it's a lot of that.
Mm.
It's a lot of that. And I don't know if you ever heard the concept of groupthink, but I feel like it's a lot of groupthink. If you have like a room of 10 people, and
Mhm.
there's a math equation up here, and majority of the people say that this math equation equals 4, but 2 people know that the math equation equals 5, because 8 out of the 10 think and believe that it's 4, then everybody is gonna group think to say that that answer is 4. So I think there's also a lot of group think, a lot of people that just kind of sway into the into whatever side that they own at the time and at the moment, and it's difficult to navigate sometimes, when you're dealing with,
Mhm.
I guess, when you're dealing with pawns, or dealing with people that can't really think for themselves.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that part for sure. I
Yeah.
definitely can say that, it's hard because you got people that in your family, say like you got a loved one that's going through some stuff, and you're trying to protect them, like you said, getting involved in drama. It's like it's automatic. It's almost automatic, like especially when it comes to your loved ones, it's automatic for most people. And it's
Yeah,
hard
like
to
their reaction.
separate yourself. Yeah, your reactions. Your reaction can be everything. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of automatic.
Reactions is everything. It's all about reactions, and it's almost instantaneous. We can't it's like boom, it happened. you don't even think, oh, drama, or you gotta take a long step back to really think before you do when it comes to conflict. That's the biggest problem. People aren't quick to take a step back, they're quick to reacting.
It's because most people never really learned conflict resolution. Depending on how you grew up, the person that screams or argues the loudest wins. Doesn't mean that the problem is resolved. And oftentimes, people who don't have great conflict resolution are really people who don't have great communication skills, because in order for any conflict to be resolved, you're going to have to be a masterful communicator, and communication is not only what you say, but it's also encompasses what you hear and how you hear it, which does, as you said just a moment ago, it does dictate how you respond and react, because oftentimes your reaction is an overreaction, and now we have a bigger issue than that was there previously. And that a lot of times breeds drama, man, like you wouldn't believe. It's like, it's not that serious. We could have had a conversation, we could have talked about it, and chances are it was a simple misunderstanding. But if I don't know how to master my emotions, then I will get to a place where I start feeling some type of way based on what I've heard or how I heard it. And if I don't have good conflict resolution, then I'm just going to go off. And then that creates another issue.
Chica?
And just keep going from there.
No, I just want to agree with you, Fat Ray. A lot of people that don't know how to resolve their conflict, they are the loud ones, the one that react crazily and stuff. That's why I feel like when to fly off the handle, I actually will like leave or just hang up the phone. And it might seem like a little abrasive, but it's giving me to think. I don't want to react, in emotion or react without having a conflict. So I would just leave and take a good 20 and just think about what I'm gonna say and or how I'm feeling, and then I'll come back to try to resolve it.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
guess I'll
so
talk
we
really
talked a
quick.
lot about drama. Yeah, let me hear it, Thickers. Let me hear it, girl.
Me, I want to say I necessarily don't have drama, but in my life at the moment, but I would say in the party world, when I used to do a lot of promoted parties and other promoters, it looked like, to me, the promoters could have been more supportive, but to me everybody was in competition instead of everybody supporting each other. Whereas if everybody supported each other, we could have made money together instead of trying to take money out of somebody else's mouth. So I seen a lot of that. Yeah, and sometimes you just can't avoid it because it just comes with other people, how they feel, how they act, how they respond, and it has nothing to do with you per se. But yeah, I've experienced a lot of that in the party promoting world. A lot of jealousy, a
Yeah.
lot of it. If you drop a date and somebody don't like you, they're gonna drop a date on your date, so you don't eat no food, or they're gonna tell people don't come to your party
Oh,
because they don't like
everything.
you. They're gonna try to make your party
Jealous.
miserable. Some people even call the cops, 911, to stop your party. 911, fire trucks. I done seen ACS be called. It was crazy. So yeah, sometimes you
Dang.
can't avoid it because people just have devilish intentions and evil hearts. So yeah,
Yeah.
I seen this
Mm.
one girl they call ACS on the party. They called the police. They called the fire department. I said, my God, like they just interrupted her party all night. And we talking about big parties, $30 at the door. If people buy bottles, those are $100 bottles. If you do good, you leaving with at least $50,000 in your pocket after you paid everybody. Those kind of parties. So yeah. It comes with a lot of hate and jealousy. So I left it alone for about a year. I haven't even done a party in almost since last year June. So because I couldn't take all the negativity. Like it was a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I
that's a
wanted
good
to say.
point. A lot of that
That
drama, a
is.
lot of that jealousy leads people to do that type of stuff. And like you said, it
Yeah,
don't allow us to support each other, and it don't allow us to collaborate, because that's really what it's supposed to be about. Collaborating and working together.
Yeah. Working together is a big thing. This is a conversation that I have with me and my girlfriends. Um, women, and I'm gonna speak just for women. I think it falls on both sides, men and women as well. you don't see very many, and this goes for relationships, marriages, relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever. When do you ever really see any more women that are trying to tell them each other to stay with their significant other? Instead, they're like, "Oh, he's bad for you." They're trying to find ways to convince you to leave your significant other. There's not that many women and men that are like, "Oh, yeah, man, she's a great woman. You should stay with her. You should this." No, that shit has sailed. A lot of the times now we're facing situations where our friends don't want to see us do good for ourselves. They're jealous of our relationships or anything. You might have a friend that might be jealous of your relationship, your marriage, whatever you got going on, and they just want to give you the negative output, no positive. You know what I'm saying? You ever dealt with the motherfucker that gave you nothing but negative output? Back to something you had to say. Say you said something positive. You ever had somebody give you something negative back?
Mm-hmm.
Just you know what I'm saying? Like,
And then one of the negatives that give back, you realize like, oh, that person really trying to tear this shit apart, tear this down.
mm-hmm,
One of them would click for you. You let them talk to
Misery
them.
loves company. And
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes, you made a very key point that I think is absolutely brilliant. You can respond with something positive, and immediately the individual will come and tear it down. And that's often because they really despise the fact that you figured it out and they haven't.
mm-hmm,
And so, resilience and complacency don't go together. So if you're resilient in your relationship and you're willing to be resilient, and an individual jumps from relationship to relationship and then still wonder why none of them work, it's because everywhere you go, there you go. The common denominator is you. And so
Mm-hmm.
there is no perfect relationship. And so I think some of the things that we got to begin to consider is this: what happens in the confines of your relationship more than likely should stay within the confines of your relationship,
Mm-hmm.
because only
Mm-hmm.
the two people involved, or three people if you're into poly, or whatever your deal is, um, only the people involved in the relationship truly understand and know the totality of the dynamics. If you're listening to one individual talk about their spouse or their partner, I often don't trust them, because you sleep with them, you love them, and you're committed to them, and yet you're bashing them to me. What will you say to people about me? So, people tend to lose
mm,
credibility right there, because you claim to love this chick, or she's your baby mama, she's your wife, she's the mother of your kids, and you trashing her. Chances are you're going to trash me too, because that's your flesh and blood. That's somebody you're committed to. And if you don't have any allegiance or accountability to what you say about them, chances are you're just not an accountable person, and you're probably not a decent person.
mm. Now I want to speak on that because I can't say that's 100%. I can't say that's 100, because sometimes people go through things in life and they need a vent. They need a vent. And maybe people don't want to have to pay a therapist to go to an event. They just want to talk to somebody that's really close to them and be like, "Look, I'm going through some shit, hypothetically speaking, just making up an example. Say, my man took the car out and didn't fill the gas tank up, and I'm just really upset about it. And I don't know how I should react." Or you go to your friend to confide in them, and she's like, "Oh, girl, that's some bullshit. He should have filled that shit up before he brought it back. Girl, I would have went off if my man did some shit like that." And then you get to thinking, yeah, you know what? You're right. That is BS. And then what happens then? You know what I'm saying? I can
Mm-hmm.
see where you're saying it could have been avoided had it not been spoke on. But sometimes loneliness can come, and you could
Mm-hmm.
become lonely and feel like you have nobody to talk to, nobody to vent to, and you just, in those times of need, when you feel like you about to pop your top, you need to confide in somebody
Yeah.
aside
A
from
lot of
yourself.
times, most of it is about intensity. Like, how strongly am I coming to you about, what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, my significant other, versus me trying to actually get advice, or just, what I'm saying, a healthily vent, or, hear maybe what you think about a certain situation. So sometimes it's about intensity, and then you got to have those friends that's objective, like Tika was saying as well. Because I believe you can't have friends or people or family that's more on the objective side, or family or friends that you can talk to that you know is going to be on your significant other side. So you could go to that person, talk to that person, and hear what they are going to say, you know what I'm saying, in response to what your significant other might be feeling or thinking or doing.
That's straight facts. Snap to that, Tika.
Well, I have been accused of being jealous of one of my friends' relationships because I told her that she needs to leave him because he was being abusive physically and mentally, and I just couldn't tell her to stay there. As a friend, I didn't feel right saying work it out, especially because her while she was pregnant with a child, he, he being pregnant, and then when she got pregnant with his, he didn't want to touch her at all. And then once she gave birth, of course he started hitting her again. But to me, I was just like, I can't, she would come to me and I'm like, I can't tell you nothing but to leave. And he was talking about, oh, me and she's jealous, she's jealous. I'm not jealous of getting beat. I'm not. I just can't, I can't say to stay.
If you're not there.
So, huh?
Yeah, no. I didn't hear what she said, but yeah, no. You gotta step up a little closer. Starting to go in and out a little bit.
What you had said, Busty, if you could repeat what you had said.
No. I apologize. I was not trying to stop you. I was on the phone as well. I just got the whole phone call, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just got the whole phone call. And let's talk about this jealousy shit, cause on some real nigga shit. Keep in mind, how long was I standing in Metacheetahs today?
Not very long.
Everybody concerned about what a boss gonna do. They making a call about it, y'all.
Are you for real?
If everything on the up and up, what we doing? What we doing?
Clock that.
Clock that T. Clock that T.
Sorry, Tika. But
I wasn't even there long.
I'm over here drinking water.
Okay.
Fuck water. I'm gonna take this shot to that, baby. You hear me?
Drink water.
I'm gonna take a
my
shot
business.
to that. Yeah, hey, clock that
Welcome
T.
in, Grams.
I say, how they even know I was there? I blocked everybody. How they know I was there?
Child. They keep in
business call.
Exactly.
Must be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gotta be.
Thank you for the following. One up to the motherfucking following.
Say, look,
Fuck you, man.
Jealousy's
a bitch.
Okay? It is. That's what the topic is. Let's get into it.
Jealousy's a bitch. Can't fuck with me. And I got a husband. Fuck you, mean, nigga. Stay in your lane. Oh, you bitches. What the fuck?
Okay. I love it. Oh. But Tika, that's crazy. For her to say that, for you to get accused of being jealous because of that, that's crazy work. You were concerned in that aspect. There's also different aspects to every situation. You know what I'm saying? If it's like, we're talking about how, like you said, how intense the situation is, how, depending on how intense it was, that was really intense. For her to tell you about that was really intense. It seemed like she was actually concerned. You know what I'm saying? Genuinely. Genuinely, sorry, let me pronounce that. Genuinely concerned. But it seems like that wasn't just the case. It seemed like there was more to it, a whole lot more.
And then again, she was easily swayed, That's the thing too. Like, especially I think when it comes down to women, like, they could be easily swayed about something that sounds, sounds good to the ears, or sounds like it will allow that other woman to be looked at as less than a woman or a different type of woman. So yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, they
No, I believe that.
her man thought because I was single meant that I was jealous because she, even though she was going through stuff, but because she was in a relationship,
But
that
he
I had
was
to be
abusing her.
jealous. And not, yeah, that's what he was saying. Like, she ain't got no man, so, and you do, and that's why, yeah, you go through stuff, but that's why
Oh
she
no.
thinks that you should leave. And it's like, no, just because I'm single don't mean I want people to break up. I'm
Can
just gonna
I
tell
ask
you
you
the
a
truth.
question?
You whooping her ass, she should leave.
I want to ask you a question on some real shit. Like,
Mm.
not being funny. Like, even though
Mhm,
she's in her situation, and this man is
mhm,
basically telling her that because you don't have a man, that's why
mhm,
you so quick to me, how I took it. I want to, because I didn't hear the whole thing because I was in conversation, but I'm a multitasker. So within the
mhm.
conversation, I heard basically that, oh, me and you in a relationship, our shit hot. She don't have a relationship, so basically because she don't have a relationship and she don't have a man, she wants you to walk around without a man either. And your
Yes.
friend, that's supposed to be your friend that you're protecting and you love and you caring for,
Mhm,
should not
mhm.
listen to you because you don't have a man.
Yeah, and I'm jealous that she's in a relationship and
Well,
I'm
maybe
not.
that's why you don't fucking need one, because if that's the type of shit that motherfuckers got to be subject to, I'm a whole married woman. I would have told my fucking girlfriends the same thing. And I wish a person would tell me I'm jealous. That, no, you got me fucked
Right.
up. What?
No,
Mm.
I left her
What?
alone. I left her alone.
And that's the
I left
problem.
her.
That's what
I
he
left.
wanted. You gave
I
him
left that
exactly
disaster.
what he wanted. He wanted her
He
alone
won.
so that he can
I,
do what
but
he wants to do with her and to her without you having to say so. And that's
yeah, but
as your
I
friend, that's
can't want.
crazy.
I can't want more than she does. I could fight for her, but if
Facts.
she's not fighting for
You
herself,
can't fight.
then
Yeah,
what?
you can't fight for
I
nobody
can't.
that's not gonna
So
fight with
I
you.
left her alone. Eventually, she did leave him after about 10 years. Him trying to sleep with another friend, him having a child with another person. She had to go through all this stuff before she was like, you know what? Yeah, I think I should leave him now. So 10 years of me going, no, I'm sorry. I'm not
Where
in a
his ass
relationship
at?
to
I
go
would
through
shoot his
10 years of
ass in his
drama.
kneecap.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think that's important to note though. Like if if you are saying that somebody's jealous, right? And if it's
Yeah,
true, then there's supposed to be, some facts behind why that person is jealous. So if
that sounded
she
like
was
protection to
able
me.
to, yeah, if she was able to actually be like, okay, this is a friend of mine. Okay, yeah, she don't got a man, but she's also been telling me good advice. She's also been telling me advice to help. She's also been trying to uplift me, you know what I'm saying? Give me motivation. Then those are things that go
Mhm.
against the side of she's a friend, not a jealous friend,
Yeah, and big ups,
So
because
Mm.
she got
a
to weigh
lot of
all that type of
females
stuff
wouldn't have
out.
did that for her.
hmm
Facts.
Big ups, big ups.
Big
But
ups.
isn't it
Thank,
crazy how
thank you.
somebody can, like you was just saying, know you, see you just for a small amount of time and get jealous pretty fucking quickly, and that allows them to go all the way on the side of evil, all the way on the side of bad, and just what I'm saying, just completely try to see your downfall, just like that, just off rip, just off them barely knowing you. People can get jealous so
Mhm.
fast, and it just
Mm-hmm.
they on the other team, they on the other side, just like that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And
That shit happens
I'm
so
glad
much.
that ended the way it ended, because not being funny, that friend he was trying to fuck with, it probably would have been you next. He would have been right there, and she would have been looking at you
Mm-hmm.
anyway, a type of way like, oh, you wanted my nigga the whole time, but the whole time, baby, get your nigga away from me with his bitch ass.
Mm-hmm.
But see, he wouldn't try that with me because he already know I'm quiet, but I'm one of them deadly ones. I would done
That be
stab that
me,
nigga right in
on
the
my
throat or
soul, on
something.
my
I
soul.
don't play.
I
Okay.
love
I'm real
I
quiet, but I
love
don't
that my
play
shit
stuff.
sit on my
I do
nightstand.
not play.
Don't play with me.
I don't play, and I'm a very loyal person. Cause none of my friends, men, even know crazy shit like that. Nope.
No, I feel that. Because when you my friend, you my friend. It'll never be that. Ever. Under no circumstances. I don't care if we not friends no more. It'll never be that. It'll never
But
be
see,
that.
it's too much dick in this world to be worried about my friends.
And you know I'm
Like,
gonna go find the great dicks. You know I'm gonna go find them great dicks.
Okay.
I find them bullshit ones too, and then I eventually gotta toss them back.
I guess I came at a bad
Or they
back where
toss
they
themselves
belong.
back. Yeah, or they toss themselves back, cause you know, real nigga shit. The fuck.
Why is there 2 Hennies?
But yeah, a boss going through some jealousy right now, and I don't even know if I want to label it as a jealousy. I feel like I want to label the shit as envy.
Welcome back in, thickest girl.
I'm labeling it as envy. I don't know what it is I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck, but I'm not gonna stop doing it.
Is this like
And if that brings envy and then brings jealousy, I welcome it with open arms. I know how to fight.
Okay.
Because I don't know. And I know everything doesn't deserve a violent situation. Hey, but that's me. That's me. Step up or step off.
I hear that. I hear that shit.
What are we
Jealousy and drama. And I added envy into it because I feel like envy very much plays a part into jealousy. Because when a person envy you, the jealousy comes. The jealousy comes from the envy.
Speaking of envy, jealousy, and all of the above,
Let me
why the
go,
fuck
because
was
now you
just
got
in
bum bitches in the building. I'ma
talking
just
shit
leave.
about me?
Don't leave now.
Fuck you, bitch.
Something to say at Metacheetah.
Fuck you,
bitch.
bitch.
You keep
jealous
bitch.
bitch. You're a whole ass bitch. I ain't have a motherfucking thing to say about you.
bitch.
You're dumb
You got
ass.
a
You're
that
dumb
don't
ass.
want you,
Look.
and you mad because my
You
nigga
see?
don't want you, bitch.
No, she was just that Metacheetah starting shit. So what's up? Cause I'm sick of this shit, bro.
Oh, it look like we got some drama
Shit, bro. I'm sick of this shit.
at the Hennything Go
I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Now, is the drama via jealousy or is the drama via somebody did something wrong? You know?
That's the question of the day.
That's the question.
I can't even hear anything. What's going on here?
Oh, but I'm glad I made it like that out there.
Yeah.
But okay, y'all, we had an amazing show today.
Sure
We
did.
touched down on some really good topics. We will get this on and popping when we get back on our next show. Make sure to stay tuned next Wednesday at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll get back with you guys. Have a great one. Good